never said you didn't have you didn't have anybody to be there for you. So I think being appreciative of that. But I also know, so when a little bit more about your profession now as the master hairstylist that you are, the haircut killer. All the shortcut killer. See, I don't want to mess all this up. You could do all the intros for your stuff, for your own thing. How did that happen? How did you fall in love with doing that?
I actually started doing hair in Atlanta when I was in Atlanta with my dad. And probably because my dad was a dad, so he used to take me to the salon and stuff. A lot of times it just wasn't right. Sometimes it was. Right. So I kind of got into doing hair there because actually when I got to Atlanta, I had a Jerry curl.
Those pictures, please, could you find some of those pictures that you could send me that I could throw on there?
I'll try.
Please, that would do us a favor.
People in Florida was still wearing Jerry curls, but in Atlanta, it had already played out.
They were seasoned. They just moved on.
So I had started like...
You don't think that's why she tried to fight you when you got in the bus? Because you had a Jerry curl?
No, because I had it up in the ponytail.
You had a Jerry curl in the ponytail?
Yeah, I didn't want people to know.
Yo, please find those pictures. You look... I'm paying for those. Please.
I have to find them. If I even have some.
But I remember, like I said, just knowing you were also doing like Barbie hair. Like you already knew you wanted to be a hairstylist earlier on. Like, so did your family support you in that? Like give you like every time you cut another Barbie doll hair, they have to get you another one to keep
they did. They actually did. Like they supported. And I used to like do their little hair and stuff. So
you said little hair, so they didn't have long hair either?
I mean, like, no. I mean, they used to let me play with their hair and stuff,
So you already knew off rip, hair was going to be your thing. This was going to be your way. And so who's some of the first people that started letting you mess their hair up? Was that your family?
My family.
So
my cousin, definitely my little cousin, my friends.
How old were you around that time, you think?
Like 13, 14.
You was already ready to do hair. So when did you know that, other than, that was your love for the training, did you have to go to school and did you have to do all that, or did you just started going at it?
I was a bootlegger for a very long time.
A bootlegger, okay.
So I'll say once I had my son, I was real popular in school for doing hair. So by the time I was like 15, I was doing my teacher's hair, the lady in the office hair, everybody at the school hair.
This was when you were in Atlanta. That's when you were back down here.
When I moved back.
When you moved back here.
So Palm Beach Gardens, they all knew me from
doing hair.
Yeah.
So you was already making a living. You already started making money earlier on. So then, when did you? After high school, then you started getting licensing and all that stuff, or?
Well, it took a few detours, had some little jobs here and there, but I always still like did hair on the side. And when I decided I wanted to do it permanently, I still was working in salons, bootlegging. And then once my dad died, I was like, okay, I got to get my life together. So,
gotta get it.
Because that was like the last.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that was the last person that I had that I knew, cared about
wanted
me.
To get. So, how was that? What's the process of licensing? How intense is that?
To me, I mean, it was very, very easy for me. Very easy. I took the test probably in 15 minutes. It was no, but it was something that I really wanted. So, in between clients, I was taking practice tests, reading my books, studying.
Wait. So I want to go back because it's a bunch of things going on. So, because you already had one child, you already had two kids. Mm-hmm. You're working in a salon
full time,
and you went to school
full time.
But what made you go that hard?
I didn't have a choice. I didn't have
changes things.
Anything. It was definitely around the time when we had those 4 hurricanes back to back. Hurricane Charlie.
I got moves here after.
It was
You don't have to remember all their names. Just 4 people.
Because if the people here, they'll know what I'm talking about. But it was like 4 hurricanes within like 2 or 3 weeks. And the apartment that I was living in it got messed up. FEMA, I actually had real damage. FEMA gave me $600 while people was committing fraud and getting like $20,000.
And you got a stake in $600. You still mad about that?
Hell yeah, I want my money. But they did offer me a FEMA trailer. So the trailer.
Wait, it was that bad that they were giving people trailers to live in?
Yeah, me and my kids lived in a trailer, and
wow.
This is while I'm going to school and
this is in West Palm?
Well, yeah, they had me living in Lake Worth, but yeah, it happened in West Palm, in Rivera. And it was like that was like rock bottom for me. You know, we living, that was like, and it wasn't no mobile home. It was, you know, you see those people that live in those places that they turn into an apartment. Something it was very, very small, like very.
But you had no option.
No, we didn't have.
You think that was that trigger, that thing that made you say, well, I have no choice at this point?
Yeah, because it was like, I just was having like just trouble after trouble. My daddy died. I was doing stuff, you know, trying to make it, and was
surviving.
Facing federal prison. And then
you're going through life.
Yeah. Then, you know, I lost everything in the hurricane. So it was just like, damn, my car got repoed. It was literally like
a lot of.
Yeah. So I had no choice but to go hard.
But to get your life in order.
Yeah.
What was the first thing that you did to start getting your life in order after going through all those trauma? Was it just the license, and then what else happened after that?
I'll definitely say getting my license, but I still was, you know,
figuring it out.
Yeah. But I'll just say as the years went by, and the more I prayed and stuff and got to know myself, my interest changed in the type of people that I wanted to be around.
What made you like? What was that trigger point? Like, how did you get to the point to getting focused spiritually and all these?
Well, I always felt like I was better than, you know, the things that I was doing. Not saying I'm better than people, but
the things you were doing.
And the people that I was hanging with, you know, a lot of times we'd be guilty by association and stuff like that. And I just knew that I wanted.
You wanted more to grow, but the lifestyle around you was still where you didn't want to be anymore. I know that feeling. I've been there.
It's like, dang, y'all still.
We still doing this? Right. You know? But meanwhile, you want to grow.
Yeah.
So did you have to leave a lot of people behind?
Absolutely.
Or disconnect from them?
Absolutely. I did.
How hard was that part? Because I know a lot of people deal with that. Like finding a way to disconnect from...
I'll say probably in the beginning, it was hard, but now it's not hard at all.
It's a way of life.
Yeah, it's like you got to go.